Sam here, and today I'm doing another video on the OCD Recovery YouTube channel in regards to cheating OCD. Before I start, if you can hear the rain banging against the window, and that's because it's absolutely pouring down here in England, so apologies for that. So cheating OCD, my experience with it. Now, if you watched my previous videos on the channel, you would know my OCD latches to any guilt-related theme, hence why it's latched onto cheating. Okay, that feeling of not letting you off the hook, can't have a second's peace, that unworthiness feeling, that you're undeserving of anything. Okay, so hence why it latches onto cheating. With a real event, false memory, thoughts at unwanted times, constant doubts. Okay, so yeah, that is my experience with it. Okay, so how does cheating OCD operate? How can it work? How all the ways it can get in there, all the ways it can latch to cheating. Okay, so like I said, latched onto a false memory, real event in the past. Okay, it could be a drunken memory on a night out. You could be, oh fuck, did I pass out and did I cheat? Or did I look at them a certain way? Did I do this? Did I do that? So that constant analysing. Okay, something in the past. Okay, that's a big one of how it can latch. It can latch to constant doubt. So constant questions. What if I want to cheat? What if I have cheated? Okay, would I like to cheat? Okay, would I be happy if I did cheat? Okay, would I enjoy the relationship more? Would I enjoy sex more? Okay, all these different ways of OCD can latch with those doubts. Okay, thoughts at unwanted times. So it could be unwanted intimate times. Okay, you can have thoughts of other people, anything that it can latch to cheating. Okay. Now, if I break down the concept of cheating, so this is a huge thing of breaking the fear down. Okay, and not just thinking cheating, oh shit, and running away from the fear and just being absolutely petrified and terrified of it. Okay, that's the reason why OCD latches. So if we break down the concept of cheating, okay, so if you ask the question, why do people cheat? Okay, so first of all, remember acceptance is an agreement. So you may not agree with it, but let's break down the concept. Okay, looking at it open-minded, not being black and white thinking, not being really rigid towards it. Okay, so why do people cheat? So logically, humans are attracted to other humans. That's a fact. Okay. Has been in the past, other humans, hence why people are in relationships, hence why people cheat. Humans are attracted to other humans. That's a fact. Okay, so if you said you're in a relationship, I can be attracted to one other person, that's not very rational. Okay, that's not how life works. All right, you may stay in a relationship, of course, but to say I can only be attracted to one other person, that's just not that's not the reality of relationship. That's not how humans. That's just not how people's thinking works. Okay, so that makes no logical sense. Why else might people cheat? Okay, so they might not be happy in their relationship. Okay, they might be in a loveless relationship. And I'm not talking from an ROCD perspective here. I'm just talking about general people in their relationship. They might be in a sexless relationship. They might not be happy. They might think I can get better elsewhere. I can be happier and I can have better sex elsewhere. All these different things. So that's why another reason people may cheat. And you can see why someone may cheat there. Okay. They could be in an abusive relationship and want to get out. It might be the only way of escaping that relationship is by cheating on them, by going with someone else. Okay. Could be for financial benefits. Okay, someone could have lots of money, or someone could be popular, or someone could be famous. All different ways that people might want to cheat. Okay, so you can see why humans cheat. So having that irrational belief of saying you can't possibly cheat, and if you do that, it's the worst thing in the world. And that's what I mean by we're not justifying it. I'm not saying you have to agree with it, but I'm saying if you're open-minded and looking what people do and breaking down the concept of cheating, that really helps towards OCD. Okay, all different sides of the story, different sides of the perspectives, and just shaping your beliefs and changing your beliefs. Okay, if you're having those rigid demands, that's the worst thing in the world, and of course OCD is going to latch onto that. Okay, other things, well, you can have one night stands. So those happen. People do them. Okay, drunken night outs, silly mistakes, all these things. Okay, I could go on forever listing all these things. All right, but they are just few reasons why people may cheat. So, if I go on to compulsions with cheating OCD, and my compulsions that I've experienced. Okay, so seeking lots of reassurance, asking lots of questions, confession. Confession's a huge one with OCD. Okay, so probably saying to your partner, I was drunk and I can't remember what happened, or I can't remember if I had this thought then, and just constantly telling your partner, or telling anyone, or the OCD community, or telling anyone that will listen, or do you get this, do you get that? Okay, so that confession. Asking lots of questions. Is cheating the worst thing in the world? Will my life be over if I cheated? Okay, am I a terrible, awful person if I cheated? Okay, asking lots of those questions. Okay, another sneaky way it can get in there, maybe asking your partner, would you break up with me if I cheated? Okay, how would you feel if I cheated? Those ways of just sneaky, crafty ways that OCD gets seeking that temporary relief. Okay, just letting you off the hook, or it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Okay, those ways that OCD can get in there. All right, we need to go with the uncertainty and accepting that worst case scenario. Okay, another way it got in there with me would be asking their view on cheating. Okay, so asking my partner, what is your view on cheating? And just hoping they're saying, oh, it's not too bad, I wouldn't mind it. And you see that as a being let off the hook. And because you're so scared of cheating, any cheating OCD is so latched on because you're so scared of that, you're hoping that they say, oh, I'll be fine, don't worry about it. Okay. Reality is they don't often say that. And then if they say, no, I find it awful, you'd be straight out the door, you can fuck off. If that happens, then you go into instant panic. I remember panicking a lot of times with that. Okay, avoidance, big one. Avoiding going out with your partner in case you cheated, or in case you did something you can't remember, or in case you looked at another person in a certain way. Okay, because you said something. All these different things. Okay, avoiding going out for your drinks with your mates, with your colleagues, just going out going out for a few drinks down the pub, or going out on a night out, going to a party, avoiding all that. God, I avoided quite a few of those looking back now. Okay, just that way is, oh shit, I don't want to feel guilt there, or I don't want that to ruin next week with my partner because this might have happened. Okay, all these different ways, and that links into fear of fear as well. The feeling of that chronic guilt, the chronic shame. Feeling of being latched on, feeling of that undeservingness feeling. Okay, saying that would be totally awful, I couldn't possibly stand that if that happened. I would be the worst person in the world. All those feelings, hence why it links into fear of fear, like I said. Okay, another one for me, I avoided watching films or TV shows where the topic could relate to cheating. Okay, so they could be having an affair, or they could just mention cheating, or go along those lines, and I'm thinking, oh fuck, I can't watch that, that would trigger me. Because I'm so scared of that concept of cheating and seeing it as the worst thing in the world. Okay, like I said, breaking down that concept, seeing why people do cheat and why it is not the worst thing in the world, although you may not agree with it, and then just breaking it down and then lowering the fear. Okay, you got to remember, OCD is just that fear response to these awfulizing and these terriblising that we put on these things. Okay, I said earlier about how it could link to a false memory or a real event in the past. So if you're constantly analysing that, constantly working it out, sat there trying to look at something from a different angle, could be a drunken memory. Did that happen? What was that doing? And then I'm trying to constantly think or figure it out, trying to resolve it, and not going towards the unconditional acceptance, even if it did happen. Okay, if you're trying to work it out consistently, spending 24/7 to try and get an answer, OCD is going to love that. It's a trap. It's a dead end. It's a never-ending cycle. So just be wary of that. Okay, replaying situations and events over and over in the past, it really gets you nowhere. Okay, so you could ask, how would you do exposures with cheating OCD? And it's just not avoiding those things, going out on a night out, going out without your partner, and just not fearing that. Not just staying homebound and saying, look, I'm so scared of this, I'm so scared if this happened, and just, like I said, not avoiding that. All right, wearing the uncertainty where that could have happened, okay, and leaning towards the worst case scenario. Wouldn't like it, but would my life be over? No. Would I want that? No, but I could deal with it. I could stand it. I could have another relationship. My life isn't totally over because of this one thing. So, how did I tackle the fear of cheating OCD? Of course, it rises its head now and then. It does. So how do I tackle that? Now, as per usual, if you watch my recent videos, I talk a lot about unconditional acceptance. Okay, so only rating the act and not the person, not the identity, not you, not writing yourself off. So cheating, okay, so you may look back in regret if I did cheat, look back in sorrow, be sad that I did, or be sad that I lost a good mate, or lost a good relationship, be sad that happened, but not writing off myself, not writing off my life, and saying, because of that, I'm a totally unworthy person who deserves no good, I deserve to be punished for the rest of my life, and that rabbit hole that we go down with OCD, with our rational thinking. Okay, so unconditional acceptance, massive. Okay, like I said, acceptance is an agreement. I'm not saying you're justifying it. You're not saying I agree with it. You're not saying you're going to go out and cheat. You're just saying, well, if you did, I could accept myself as a fallible, imperfect human who can make many mistakes, who can do bad acts, good acts, neutral acts, indifferent acts. Okay, but I'm not going to write myself off. I'm not going to say my life is totally over because of this one thing. Look back in regret, of course. Prefer that didn't happen, wish that didn't happen, but not saying, that's it, my life is done. Okay, hope that makes sense. Disputing beliefs. Is it awful? Okay, is it really awful that happened? Okay, or is it just you prefer it didn't happen? Is a sad event, it's like I said, it's something you wish it didn't happen, but is it the worst thing in the world? Is it terrible? Can you stand it? Can you stand being rejected? Can you stand the way others may react to that? Okay, that's a big one for me. How does others may react? Can you react with that? People feeling let down by you, people feeling anger towards you, quite upset. Of course, it would be upsetting seeing my partner upset. It'd be sad seeing that. I wouldn't want to see that. If I did, is that totally unbearable or I can't possibly stand it? No. Okay, you look to help the situation. You know, you could look when you regret it, apologize, but you're not saying that's it, my life's totally done. It's not worth living. Okay, so just watching that irrational thinking and changing them to healthy preferences, healthy wishes and desires, and not saying life's done, completely done for. Okay, this is where we go down that rabbit hole of the OCD suffering. Of course, it'd be unfortunate. I wouldn't want that, but I could stand it. Okay, so that's mainly that. So just moving on with life, and life wouldn't be totally over. I think that's mainly it. If you've got any more questions, you'd like me to talk more about this or any other theme, if you've got any questions for me, I'll be more than happy to go through the comments on this video and do another video answering those questions. But yeah, if you've liked the video, please leave a like. I'd really appreciate that. Any comments, like I said, would be brilliant. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do so. Anyway, take care. I'm off for a few drinks and have a lovely evening. Bye bye.